Alright guys, how's it going? It's Mr. Extra from Team Extra, and I know I'm probably about a day or so late to the party. I was asleep actually when the new Banlist dropped, right? So I figured I would go ahead. As soon as I got off work, I actually just got home from work, guys. And I figured that I would go ahead and give you guys my reaction and thoughts and concerns about the emergency ban list that was kind of random. Like, it was kind of random, guys. So, let's see. I got this list pulled up here. I have a pretty good idea what's on this list, right? So, we're going to go down, and then first thing is, so, Curious Lightsworn Domain, he actually got banned, right? So, my opinion, I know they hit that for tier, and they premeditatedly hit it for the Dark World structure deck that is coming out in like a week. I believe it's the 30th of November for OTS stores, and then the 2nd for just everywhere else, right? And so, I get it. I get why they're hitting this, but at the same time, they probably should have hit this a list ago. But I mean, that's not gonna change tier. I mean, I play tier Ashizu. I can confirm no one uses Curious anymore. Like, Curious has been phased out altogether. He's not even necessary to win at this point. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and go down the list a little bit more. Okay, let's see what else we got here. It would have been nice if Shockmaster came up the list. That would have been kind of crazy. A little nutty. A little Shockmaster play. Just bring my boy True King of All Calamities off the list. It will fix everything. Not really, but I'm going to go down, and Mystic Mind finally got hit. Now, I have a couple of concerns, pros and cons for Mystic Mind. Everyone complains so hard about this card. So hard. When all you have to do is run back row hate or side it. Everyone's like, oh, but I shouldn't have to have a side deck for back row hate just to get rid of Mystic Mind. Well, you know, back row hate also plays in the generic side deck cards. It's used for trap decks against them. It's also used to outfield spells and whatnot, like, for example, Planet. Assuming you're not playing the mirror match and you don't have a really good way to out it, aside from, like, I don't know, your generic MST, but you're probably going to, most people have Twin Twisters in the side, so, I mean, most people have already had stuff to deal with Mystic Mind, but they just kept on crying. And does it really affect how I'm playing, like, my two decks right now between Lab and Tournament Shizu? No. For Lab, for a while, I was using Mystic Mind, but I ended up taking that out because then it was kind of a brick. Alright, let's go down a little bit more. Come on, just bring Potagreed back to 1, guys. Come on. Just back to 1. Alright, so we're at the limited now. Herald of the Arclight got restricted to 1. I mean, I get it. It was at 3. Shizu was taking advantage of this excessively hard, but I mean, it's a fairy. They're fairies. It's like a big win con. I wouldn't even say it's a win con, but it'd be really good because of the general negation. But I mean, with Herald of the Orange Light being to 1, what's stopping tier from running, like, let's say 1 Herald of the Orange Light, 1 Herald of Purple Light, which stops traps, and then the Green Light, which stops spells? Yeah, you're all running them as a 1-up, but, I mean, those are all general negations to also put your Shizu cards from your hand into the grave for either shuffle back cards or to force your opponent to mill cards, whichever way you want to do it. Alright, so we're going to go on down a little bit more. Let's see what else we got. Called by the 3, guys. You all know, I preach this so hard. Called by the 3 would just fix the whole thing. Called by the 3. Errata to where it's not once per turn. Watch it decimate the format. Just watch that 1 card decimate the format. We're going to keep going down. We're going to keep going down. Okay. Lyralist Recital Starling. is now semi-limited. Why? I mean, if you go down here and you look down here at like the list that worst up, it came back to 3. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's a little late for Recital Starling to really be useful in the current meta. So, we're going to go over these other stuff. So, Tellarknight, I don't even know how to say that name. I know that's one of the Tellarknight monsters that people use to climb into the Tellarknight Diamond, who, if I'm not mistaken, negates Dark Monster effects, but you also got to do a rank up to get him into the other one. So it's kind of a lot of work for a card that's probably not going to use very much unless you're specifically playing Tellarknights or rank 4 box, whichever way you want to approach it. Dimensional Fisher is no longer on the list. Birds was already playing this at 1. So it just means they're going to run 2 more bricks. And you guys are probably like, oh, it's not a brick, it stops tier. Does it though? Shifter does the same thing too, you know? Maybe on the field, but what stops them from running like Twin Twisters or Lightning Storm or any generic stuff that can get rid of it? It's Heartbeat will get rid of it. There's a lot of ways to do it. Now, Fire Formation 10 key. They are only taking this off the list because Tri-Brigade has some new stuff coming out. I swear this is the only reason why this is moving off the list. They have that big Link 5, and then they have some generic stuff that works with their deck to make it better, spicier. It'd probably potentially pull it out of Rogue, but let's face it, it's going to stay Rogue. It's still not going to keep up, guys. Macrocosmos. Birds was already playing that at 1. It's not going to make a difference if it's at 3. Yeah, they'll see it more, but that's more bricks they got to run for something that's just going to get popped. Metaverse. I think this is ironic. So they ban mine, and then they make Metaverse 3. Cool. Is that going to be, like, super effective, though? Yes and no. I mean, Metaverse into a planet would be a little weird, but, I mean, you can do a real long-handed setup behind it, too. Where, say, if you don't have planet, or they just pop planet, and then you need planet back on field real quick. I mean, there you go. That'll do it, but I doubt we're going to see any Tier Shizu builds or stuff coming through these regionals in the future, and the YCS running Metaverse at 3, let alone running it at 1. But that is all I have for you guys for the my reaction for this. Pros and cons. Do I think it's going to change the meta a lot? Konami's trying really hard to get Flaunderies or Birds to win a YCS against Tyramit. Even with the changes, like these down here, even with the changes of these down here, they're still going to struggle. They're still going to struggle, guys. But that is all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There is more content coming out after this. I just had to go work my night job before I did this video, guys. Or it would have been out right when the ban list dropped. But I was also asleep for work. So, it is what it is. Just remember, stay extra.